What is up, guys? Zach here from ambitiontoempowerment.com, and today we are going to cover the 8 reasons, if you guys can see that, the 8 reasons why you are not successful. Let's do it. Number 1, social media value. You are not adding social media value. In fact, you're adding negative personas to social media. So what I mean by that is I was scrolling through my Facebook today and I was getting really irritated with seeing people who were trying to start arguments, who were trying to start political battles and stuff like that. I was going through a few Facebook pages and all I saw was things against Trump and the Republicans. All I saw was things about the Democrats. And I just didn't understand it, So if the biggest part of being successful is adding value to people, why is it that so many people try to tear others down? And of course we know why. It's because they don't feel great about themselves, so they want to get other people to their level, things like that. But when it comes to adding value to others, Bill Gates created Microsoft. Microsoft added a lot of value to millions. Tony Robbins creates a lot of books, seminars, stuff like that, adds a lot of value to others. So we know that adding value equals success. So if that's the case, you guys got to make sure that you're adding value to where you might have the most influence, which might be Facebook or Instagram or wherever you post. But if all you're doing is posting about political stuff against one side, or if you're trying to start an argument against something, it's not adding value to anyone. In fact, it's hurting them and it's decreasing your credibility. But the biggest thing is it's wasting your time, because all that does is hurt the other person or make the other person more against your view. It doesn't change anything. If you wanted to be a political activist, sign a petition, write to your governor or your politician that represents you, make your opinion heard, but don't do it on social media where it doesn't have any impact. So, number 1, you don't add any social media value. Alrighty guys, number 2 on our list is content. Now, I'm going to post a link to, if you're listening to this in podcast form or on YouTube, I'm going to post a link to this research that I'm going to state in my blog post, so you guys can head over there and look at that. But 78% of the rich and wealthy consume less than an hour of television a day. So I'm talking about content consumption right here. And what I mean by that is you have to keep track about how much you consume, because it's easy to lose time. We don't have much time. Time is the one thing that we can't get more of. You could have $1 billion, but if you had $1 billion, you still can't buy back time. So watch your time, and a lot of time goes to content consumption. So watch your time that you have spent on watching movies or watching TV or YouTube videos. It's so easy to get lost in a stream of YouTube videos. I know that I catch myself doing it often, but catch yourself, stop yourself, and get refocused back onto the task that you want to complete. And if you're watching 3-4 hours a day, that's okay. You can change that. Take an hour out of that 3-4 hours. So you can still watch 3 hours, but take an hour, read a good book. Take an hour listening to an audiobook. Take an hour to exercise. And then, down the road, you have an hour of reading a book or an hour of exercising or an hour of an audiobook. Take another hour and replace it with something else. So maybe now you're exercising and you're listening to an audiobook. So you're taking 2 hours out of that 4 hours that you were watching TV. So you're still watching 2 hours of TV, mind you, but you're just taking more time and adding value to your life. We all know that adding value is so important if you ever want to have an impact in someone else's life or your own. So add value to your life by taking some extra time that you waste. And sometimes, a lot of times consuming content is a waste of time, but it's necessary to give your brain a little relaxation. That's why it's about an hour a day is good. Take that time and add value to yourself, grow yourself, and you will see tremendous results. So number 2 of the 8 reasons why you're not successful is you consume too much content in the wrong way. consume the right content in the right amount of time, and your life is gonna change forever. Number 3 on our list is motivation, or the lack thereof. So one of the reasons why a lot of people aren't successful is because they feel unmotivated and uninspired. Now this could be a lack of motivation at your job. Maybe you have a boss who always demeans you, who tells you you're no good. Maybe you don't feel fulfilled in your work and stuff like that. That causes a lot of lack of motivation. Trust me, I know that. But what you have to do is you have to combat that negative energy that you're getting from wherever it is. And you've got to combat that with positive energy, because positivity will always overcome negativity. But you have to get going. Now, and getting going is not this glamorous, like, oh, I'm starting this. It's not, guys. It takes, some self-discipline, and it takes hard work and effort to get going. But once you get going, you build this magical thing called momentum. And momentum is awesome. So I want to give you guys this analogy real quick. Imagine 2 trains. One train's moving at 100 miles an hour. They're the same train, same weight, same everything. But one's moving 100 miles an hour. The other one is dead on the track. So the one moving 100 miles an hour, that thing could crush through a brick wall if it wanted to. And it could keep going. But the one that's not going, if you put steel blocks in front of all of its wheels, and it tried to even move a little bit, it's not gonna go anywhere. So how is that possible that one train can crush through a brick wall and keep going, where the other one can't even get going? And it takes self-discipline, but once they got going, they could, crush anything that came its way. So that's what momentum does to get you motivated. So how that works in an actual example is start being positive. Start your day off with 5 things that you're thankful for. Just start positivity at the start of your day and keep going, and eventually you will get to that level of motivation where you can crush through any sort of negativity that comes your way, whether it's a job, maybe you don't feel successful, maybe you have a problem with your kids, whatever it may be. Get positive motivation, get positive momentum, and keep going. Build motivation, and then that positivity and energy that you create with motivation will translate to any area of your life. If you have a problem with your kids are going to notice a positive change in you, and they're going to think, man, that's awesome, I want that. People around you will see that. Your boss will see that. It'll open up opportunities for promotions and so many more things in life if you just stay positive and build positive momentum. So step number 3, or reason number 3 I should say, is a lack of motivation, but that's how you can change that, is by building positive momentum. Number 4, 76% of the wealthy exercise aerobically 4 days a week. I got that from Brandon Gailey, brandongailey.com. I'll link it in my blog. But you guys gotta take care of your body. It is very, very important to do this, because a healthy body will help you have a healthy mind, and it will skyrocket your productivity anywhere, in work, in your own personal life, in business, whatever you do, it will help you. Trust me. Also, when you exercise, you guys release dopamine in your brain, so the thing that makes you feel happy, you actually release that in your brain when you exercise, and it makes you feel good. It actually makes you feel good. It's scientifically proven that you feel better once you exercise than if you hadn't before. Also, it'll give you energy. I mean, I could go on and on about the health benefits of exercise, but I'm just telling you guys, take care of your body, eat right more often than you eat wrong, exercise more often than you sit around and watch TV, like we were talking up here with content consumption, and you guys will see a rapid change in your life. And it doesn't have to be all at once. In the book, what book is it? The Compound Effect. In the Compound Effect, it talks about how a lot of times life impact changes don't happen by a mustard of courage or a mustard of just doing it. life changes happen with small, tiny actions taken every day, and we call those habits or rituals. And Tony Robbins is a big believer in habits and rituals. So you guys have got to take care of your body, but do it by starting with little habits. Maybe you guys eat a horrible breakfast. Maybe you guys go to Starbucks and get that, sugary drink, whatever that unicorn frappuccino is or whatever. Maybe you guys get that. Instead, maybe you guys can just make your coffee at home and eat, a healthier breakfast. Not only is it going to save you money, but you're going to feel a lot better in the long run if you don't feed your body with all that sugar. So guys, number 4 is you gotta take care of your body, because taking care of your body will take care of your mind and will take care of really your future, because it's going to help you live longer too. So if you guys want to, I'll leave a post to Brandon Gailey's post about that research statistic there, and we will get right on to number 5. Number 5 is indifferent or indifference, and what that means is mediocrity. If you can settle for mediocrity, then I'm sorry, my friend, but you will never be successful until you change that. You can't settle for second best, in anything. If your work ethic is not 100%, you need to work on that. And the thing with indifference is it can be changed. Like we said over here with your body, all it takes is a few habits to get going. And then once you get going, like we talked about with motivation, once you get going, your motivation and your momentum will build, and that will help you conquer indifference. But if you guys settle for mediocrity, you gotta realize, number 1, and first and foremost, you have got to get to the higher level, or else you won't be successful. I'm assuming since you found this video, you're interested in successfulness, you're interested in becoming successful, you're interested in what's holding you back. And so if this is you up here, don't feel bad. A lot of people are indifferent. A lot of people settle for mediocrity, but that doesn't have to be you. It doesn't have to be you, and it can be easily changed. And I say easily because all it takes is a few habits a day. Now, it might be hard for you at first, but eventually habits get easier. That's why they're called habits or rituals. Tony Robbins said that if you want to change your life, you have got to change your rituals. It's as simple as that, my friend. So work on changing your indifference, and you will change your life. Don't settle for mediocrity, because you're worth so much more than that. But number 6 is neglect. Now this one came from Jim Rohn a long time ago, the leader of personal development. But what he said about neglect is this. He said, should walk around the block, could walk around the block for good health, don't walk around the block for good health. Should call, could call, don't call. So should, would, don't. That's neglect to Jim Rohn. And I'm a complete believer in that as well. If you should do something like read a book every day, you could do it, you have the physical ability to read, you can make time to read, but you don't do it, you're neglecting what you need to do to become more successful, to grow yourself, to learn more, to energize yourself, Back over here to body, should work out, could work out, don't work out for good health. So guys, face neglect, read The Compound Effect, learn how habits can change your life. Start habits that defeat neglect. Should do, do. Should do, do. Guys, crush neglect. I know you guys can do it. If you guys want to check out The Compound Effect, I will leave it in my blog. And let's get on to number 7. You guys, you gotta get a morning routine. Now this is something that Tony Robbins, Stephen James, so many influencers on the internet have talked about. You guys have got to get a killer morning routine that gets you primed for your day. Tony Robbins calls it 15 to thrive, and he calls it priming. So I'm not going to go into detail about what he does, but the reason why he does it is because it kickstarts his day into having the attitude, the feelings, the thoughts, the passion that he wants to attack the day with. He wants to go into the day feeling it, not just going into it. You know, I watched the movie recently called The Boss Baby. It was a really, really fun movie. And they said something really, really cool. They said, if you wake up and you don't run the day's gonna run you. Morning routines is how you run your day. And that's gonna increase your productivity, your efficiency, your happiness, your mood, your relationship with your spouse, because you're gonna be happier, you're gonna be more thankful, everything, guys. So you've gotta go on and get your morning routine. Now, I'm gonna leave a link to a man who influenced my life a lot. His name's Stefan. He has an amazing video about morning routines and morning rituals. And I'll also leave a link to Tony Robbins' stuff about morning routines to help you guys out with that. And so I guess just to kind of round up this one, I'll just tell you what I do. So I wake up, I take a cold shower first thing in the morning after I say 3 things that I'm thankful about and 3 things that I want in my future. And then I take my cold shower, I listen to some motivational stuff or some music that inspires me or something to learn or something like that with my little wireless speaker. And then I move on and I do a devotion with my girlfriend while I eat breakfast. So I make breakfast just before that, right after my shower. Normally I do a protein shake with some milk, banana, peanut butter, some spinach sometimes, stuff like that. Always make sure you eat a healthy breakfast. And then I go through, I do my devotion, and then I do my affirmations. So I have my affirmations written up on a board just over there. I look at it and I say them every day with passion and emotion and enthusiasm. And then I go through and I plan out my day in my planner. I plan what I want to accomplish during the day. I write down what I envision my day being. I write out how I imagine my day feeling, what exercises I'm going to do, stuff like that. And so I can, after I'm done with that, I can just really attack the day. Then I love to go work out. It's where I get a lot of confidence and I feel better about myself. And once I'm done working out, I actually get a lot of good ideas and I just feel ready to go for the day. So that's what I do. But of course it's going to be varied for the individual, but I'm telling you guys, get yourself a morning routine. It will change your life. And again, like the compound effects, the compound effect says, it's not about, one effort. It's about doing things consistently over time, and that will get the result that you want. So again, I'll have the link to the compound effect in my blog, and I'll also have those links to Tony Robbins and Stefan's stuff on morning routines in my blog as well. So if you're on podcast or YouTube or wherever you're finding this, just go back to my blog post. I'll post the link in the description or at the end of the video, and you guys can check that out there. Alrighty guys, this last one is something that I'm pretty passionate about. It's what a lot of personal development leaders are passionate about, and that is satisfaction. If you don't feel satisfied, you are losing in life. Let me go into detail. So, do you feel satisfied with what you do? And this is in everything, not just your job, not just in your body, everything. Everything has a level of satisfaction and progress. If you don't feel satisfied, you're probably not making progress in a certain area, or you're not being allowed to make progress. Maybe you are in a job and they don't listen to anything that you have to say, even though they might be great ideas. They say, I'm the boss, you're gonna do it this way, or nothing, That is an unsatisfactory job. It makes you have a feeling of unsatisfaction because you can't progress, you can't grow, and you can't change. You guys have got to change things that feel unsatisfactory. So say you're not satisfied with the way that your body is. Again, you gotta clean up neglect. Should walk around the block, could walk around the block, don't walk around the block for good health. But, if you feel unsatisfied with your body, there's a lot of negative things that can happen. And what ends up happening is, if you feel unsatisfied, you can either go into a deeper state of unsatisfaction, depression. You can sit around watching TV, consuming major amounts of content to escape from the feeling of unsatisfaction. You could, however, go out and try to change your life. You could go and find ways to get healthy, to eat healthy, to be healthy, to live healthy. So you guys have got to clean up unsatisfaction in your life. You can't settle for indifference. You have to clean up neglect. You know, you have to stop consuming content to escape from your pain. You have to go, you gotta stop going to things to escape. You gotta stop going to alcohol, to drugs, to surfing the internet. So many things are used as an escape for this one thing right here, is unsatisfaction. Identify why and where you guys feel unsatisfied with your life. Identify it, find it, and then find out how to fix it. If it's something, say you're unsatisfied with your body, like we were talking about again, body right over here. If you feel unsatisfied with your body, like I said, get the habits, get the rituals to start changing your body. Don't let yourself fall into unsatisfaction. If you feel unsatisfied with your intelligence, say you want to know more, buy a book. Don't go out and watch 4 or 5 hours of TV. Buy a book with something that you're interested in and something that will make you feel satisfied about learning. So find what you feel unsatisfied about, find out how to fix it, which is normally the opposite of what you feel unsatisfied with, and then just do it. Do it once. Do it once. Then once you do it once, do it again. Then once you do it again, do it again. And keep doing it until you forms a habit, like working out and eating right. It sucks at first. It really does. It sucks. Guys, I was 235 pounds a few years ago. I know what it feels like to be unsatisfied with your body. I know what it feels like. It sucks to get going. But once you get going and you build motivation, I work out every morning now because I love it. Not because I have to. Zig Ziglar said when he was running and he was trying to lose weight, he said, I was running. He was running to lose weight. He said it sucked. But he said that he realized that he was not paying the price for it anymore once he fell in love with it. He said, I don't pay the price for good health. I thoroughly enjoy it. And he wasn't saying that he didn't like it at first. He was saying that once it became a habit and a ritual and a routine, that he fell in love with it. So you guys, just get going. This is my plea to you, to just get going. Don't settle for unsatisfaction in your life. Get going. Do something. Build those habits. Buy the compound effect. Realize how habits really change your life. Get your habits dialed in. Get your rituals dialed in. And you will thrive, guys. If you are still here in the video, I want to say thank you so much. I want you guys to know that these are just some things that hold people back. If you guys are doing any of these bad things, don't worry about it. We all do, and we all did. I used to eat horribly. I used to post negative things. I used to be unmotivated. I used to be undriven. I used to consume 3 to 5 to 8 hours of content and video games and all that. Like I said, I was fat. I was playing video games. I know what it's like. But I want you guys to know that you can change your life around. You can create the success that you're looking for, and you can be your own hero. So I wanted to leave you guys with that. If you guys enjoyed this episode, please go ahead and share it around. If you saw this on podcast or listening to this on podcast, go ahead, hit the subscribe button, share it with someone. If you're on YouTube, hit the subscribe button and go ahead and make sure you hit the notifications button so you always get notified with our videos. And don't forget to go ahead and go to ambitiontoempowerment.com and go ahead and go to ambitiontoempowerment.com/1 and you'll get the show notes for this episode, and that'll take you right over to the blog post as well, where you can get some of the information and a little bit more detail about what I'm talking about here. But again, thank you guys so much. You're awesome. Have an amazing day. I'm looking forward to the next episode.